everybody!
My name is Helena.
And my name is Josie.
And together we are Duo Baking Studios!
Okay, so today we're going to be making a classic marble cake.
Yes, a classic marble cake. A marble cake is chocolate cake and normal sponge cake mixed together.
So, hopefully this works out because we haven't done this in a while. So let's get to the ingredients. Okay, so first you'll need 225 grams of unsalted butter. You'll need 225 grams of caster sugar. Next you'll need 4 medium eggs. You also need half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now you will need 275 grams of self-raising flour. You will also need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. You will also need 2 tablespoons of milk. It doesn't specify what type of milk, we're just using semi-skimmed. You will need 1.5 teaspoons of cocoa butter. Finally, you'll need 2 tablespoons of hot water, preferably from the kettle. Okay, so if you have just long hair in general, make sure that it's tied back, otherwise it might get in your cake.
Okay, so we have the butter and the sugar. There it is. And I've now got my whisk attachment. I'm just gonna pop that in, nice and snug. I'm gonna put it on the slow speed at the start because I don't want to overdo it or anything. So,
I'm just
my baby.
Just gonna mix this till it's white and creamy.
And get it faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster as you go. My woman apron's broken.
Okay, so because all our butter is stuck to the whisk attachment, we're just gonna get it off with the spatula and then we're gonna scrape the sides and then we're gonna whisk it again. Okay, so while Helena is whisking that mixture, I'm just gonna crack the eggs. Okay, so you're gonna add all the eggs together. So here are our eggs. Just gonna crack them one by one, and every time you crack one, you have to make sure that there's no shell in there.
Unwanted visitors.
Oh, got a bit of shell in that. I'll just go and get a spoon. That's okay, I got them out with a spoon. So, fun fact, eggshells are really good for the garden. If you put them around the plants, no slugs will eat them because they don't like the eggshells. Okay, so let's see what Helena's been doing. So now the mixture looks like this.
It's not ready just yet. It looks like a bit like mashed potato at the moment, doesn't it?
So we're gonna go until it's like white and creamy and smooth. And once we've done that, we'll put the eggs in. As you can see, we're pushing it all down into the middle of the bowl. It all gets whisked, not just the middle of it.
And then with this, I'm going to scrape it on the side. And then you get this off, make sure it's all off before you put it down on a piece of cake.
So now our mixture is nice and white and creamy. We're gonna put our eggs in. So here's our bowl of eggs. So a bowl of eggs. And we're gonna put them all in at once. And then pop in your half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Just measure it over the bowl and then pop it in. And now we're gonna whisk this. Okay, so our mixture's pretty much ready now. It looks like this. This is after adding the eggs. I'm just gonna fold through it with a spatula because sometimes the eggs are not fully mixed in at the bottom of the mixture.
Best part of baking.
Okay, so baking powder. So now you're going to put your baking powder into the bowl, but make sure you sift the flour because otherwise it's going to be really lumpy in the cake and that is not good.
Not good at all.
Okay, so you're just going to pop this in here. And then I'm going to use a spoon, a sponner. Make it all come through. And just keep doing that until it's all gone. It broke.
I move mountains, mountains. Mountains, mountains,
I want to. Hannah! Oh my god.
And just like that, the flour's gone. Look at it, it's in there.
We're going to get our large spoon here and we're going to fold it through into the mixture and do it in a slow figure of 8 and make sure that you don't overmix it because that'll be really bad.
Really bad.
You get all gluteny. You get like a really gluteny cake. You don't want that.
It's really bad.
No, you don't want that.
Really bad.
Really bad. So that's folded through and now we're going to add the 2 tablespoons of milk.
So I'm going to just pour it over the bowl because I am a risky person. That's one. Here goes another.
There we go. Okay, the next step for your marble cake is to separate the mixture out into 2 parts. Okay, so we've got our separate bowl. So we're just going to separate half of that into the bowl.
Roughly half. I think that's about equal. Okay, now we're going to set them both aside. The table is where I put all the mess and I don't want it to be in our filming station. So our filming station is nice and clear. This is our little baby bowl, a little baby bowl. So we are putting in 2 tablespoons of this boiling hot water that's just come out the kettle, and we're gonna put them gently, without burning ourselves, into the bowl. So now I'm going to get the 1 teaspoon and cook the butter. And I'm going to get the 1 teaspoon and pop it in. I'm also going to get a half a teaspoon and pop it in, so I'm gonna dirty both of these teaspoons.
We're kind of confused because we never used this recipe before.
It's a really small amount to mix.
Yeah.
I hate it being this small. Okay, so now that the monster mixture is cooled, we can stir it into one of our mixtures. It doesn't have to be one in particular.
Okay, so this is a loaf tin that we're using for marble cake, and we've greased it just with some plain butter so that the cake won't get stuck to the tin when it comes out. And now we're going to put the mixture in. Okay, so the way we're doing it, we're just doing a dollop of each, and then we're going to like marble it in. So hopefully this works.
I've got a skewer here. I'm just gonna we don't want to mix them too much or else it'll completely lose its marble effect. No one wants a lost marble effect. Okay, let's go.
How long are these going in the oven for, Helena?
I don't know, let's look at the book. It is 10 to 7. Voila! Well, the recipe book says to go in from 15 minutes to 1 hour. I think I'm going to check it in 30 minutes. Just in case, right? Yeah, right?
Okay, so as you can see, our cake is pretty burnt. So maybe try 40 minutes, because we checked it at half an hour and it was still really gooey. So we waited another 20 minutes and it turned out like this.
Yeah, so what we're going to do to fix this is I'm going to get a very sharp knife. Bread knife would be preferable, but I can't find it. And I'm just going to slice off the top. Should I just slice off burnt bits, or
Just try the burnt bits first and then we're gonna...
I'm going to get a smaller knife.
Okay, and meanwhile, I'm gonna make the chocolate ganache. Okay, so for your ganache, you will need 10 grams of butter. You will also need 75 grams of chopped milk chocolate. We're using dark chocolate because we don't have milk chocolate.
And we're too lazy to go out at 8 o'clock to buy some.
And you will also need 40 mils of double cream. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna heat our 40 mils of double cream until it boils. So as you can see, it's already very
Steaming
hot.
up the camera.
Oh my god.
Maybe swipe that.
Okay, so now we're gonna stir in our 75 grams of chopped chocolate. So pop them there. Oh yeah, once it's boiled, you have to take it off the heat and then stir these in until they melt. And once they've melted, we're gonna add the 10 grams of butter. We also apologise for bad lighting. So.
So now I'm going to pop in the tiniest amount of butter, 10 grams.
It was really hard to measure, so this might be too much.
It's probably too much.
Yes, as you can see, all the chocolate has melted. So now you can just mix this in.
Okay, so now that I've skinned the whole thing of its deadness, I'm going to try and take it out. Where did I So I'm just going to gently cut around the edges.
Oh, if you want to leave out the ganache, we're just going to leave it to cool and thicken while getting the cake out.
Okay, so now I've gone around it multiple times. I'm going to turn it upside down. And I'm going to fail at getting it out. And I'm also going to try and close this wrong. It's really annoying.
Oh, we should probably let you know that you're meant to use greaseproof paper, but we just mixed it with butter because our greaseproof paper wasn't making sound.
It's stuck.
Stuck.
No, it's just heavy.
How are you feeling? Hello.
Worried.
Scared.
Yep. It's out.
Oh no.
Okay, so a little sneak peek.
Marble. How are we going to stick this back on?
We're not.
So that is our marble cake. And
It's not finished yet.
hopefully the ganache makes it look a bit nicer. So as you can see, our ganache just chilled and thickened. We put it in the fridge for a few minutes. So now we're going to cover the cake with it. Okay, so here's our pretty ugly cake. We're going to try and make it prettier. Yeah, pretty. Let me just get a spatula.
Remove the tea towel from underneath so that we can drip the icing on and it'll drip off there.
The spatula.
So, moment of truth. You better not cut that out. Oh god, it looks like I'm holding me.
Okay, I'll just...
No!
We're very backlit. Let's go like this. So thank you for finding and watching this video. We very much appreciate it. Any words? No.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did make this cake, I hope it worked.
Enjoy your cake.
Enjoy your cake. If you make it. Or you just watch this for fun. That's fine too.
Bye!